Did you know you could be saving thousands of dollars a year by getting permanent lights instead of seasonal temporary Christmas lights? My name's Ryan, founder of Marvelous Lights, and I've been running a lighting business in the Carolinas for the past 5 years. And we're giving up all of our Christmas business for permanent lighting. Today, I'm going to break down the pros and cons of temporary versus permanent lights, and the numbers might shock you. All right, so let's break it down. We're going to be going over the differences between temporary lighting and permanent lighting, and we're going to look at time, cost, the installation, the customizability, and the return on investment. All right, so what everyone's wondering, let's talk about the beginning with temporary Christmas lights. Yes, in case you didn't know, people hire temporary Christmas lights out every year, but the sad thing is you only get to keep them for 30 to 60 days. Okay, temporary Christmas lights are only rated for a short term. They can't stand the sun. They can't be plugged in that long. They're just not made for that. Also, your HOA will probably get upset if you keep Christmas lights up year round. But when it comes to permanent lights, you can keep your permanent lights up for 20 to 30 years if you get a quality product like we have at Marvelous Lights. Some other products may not last as long, but we're going to talk about ours. So from a time standpoint, permanent lights stay up longer. But what you're really wondering is, what about the cost? All right, temporary lights tend to run around $1,000 for your standard typical home. I would know, I ran a seasonal lighting business for 5 years. But permanent lights, the cost a little bit higher, $4,500 on average we'd see for standard homes in the Carolinas. However, the rest of the numbers are going to show you where the real ROI is. When we would do these temporary lighting installs, it would take about 3 to 6 hours. Every year we would come back, put the lights up, take them down, put the lights up, take them down. And the lights weren't owned by the client. We would own them and lease them out. However, a permanent lighting install takes a little bit longer, 8 to 10 hours. However, you do it once and it's done forever. No more reoccurring crews coming out, scheduling when they can come, being there late in the night. You get one install and it's over. All right. But what's the difference between the customizability between temporary and permanent? Well, if you're familiar with most Christmas lights, they're one color and that's it. There's no change in it. It's either warm white or it's candy cane or it's red and green, but you can't go out there and unscrew the bulbs every night and screw different ones in, at least not if you're normal. However, with permanent lights, using the app, you can get control of hundreds of colors and thousands of patterns, not to mention full customizability for anything you can ever think of. So next is going to be the return on investment. When you're looking at temporary lighting, you're looking at a 20 years of temporary lighting, you're going to have a $20,000 investment in those lights. And you're not even using them all year round. You're using them for, if you look at 20 years, using them for 30 days for the month of December, that's 600 days of light at $33.03 a day. Okay? Now, when you look at the ROI on permanent lights, it's one install and that's it. $4,500 is your total investment. After 20 years, you've had 7,300 days of light at 61 cents a day. Now, if you're a numbers person, the ROI is pretty clear, okay? Let me show you the graph. These are highly sophisticated graphs here, okay? Total money spent versus total time. If you get temporary Christmas lights, every year you spend more and more money in total until you stop, and that's it. And that's part of the reason why we switched to permanent lights. Is a lot of our clients said, hey, we love the lights, but we just don't want to keep paying every year and after year for the same thing. And I felt kind of the same way. Like, I don't want to take advantage of these clients. I want to do what's best for them. And that's why we switched everyone to permanent lights. Check this out. Boom. One-time investment, and that's it. No upgrades necessary, no maintenance contracts, no nothing. One install and it's done. Not to mention, you get way more days of light. You get thousands of patterns, hundreds of colors, not to mention it's one install and it's done, and it lasts 20 to 30 years, but it also makes your home safer at night. It makes your curb appeal go up and the value of your home go up. It increases the likelihood that your neighbors are going to be jealous. There are tons of benefits to permanent light, but when you compare temporary and permanent side by side, the ROI is clear. It's a better investment to go permanent, and it's a more expensive investment to go temporary. Hope that helped. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below.